What am I gonna do today? What am I gonna do today? What am I gonna do today?
What up, everyone? You're watching Emeroy TV, the place to be to learn strategies and living your highest potential through the mind, body, and spirit. And today we're going to be talking about weekly planning, or monthly planning, or yearly planning with your personal goals. Alright, so in the past few videos, I talked to you guys about having a clear vision, how that's a crucial element to setting your personal goals, following up with the different domains of life to really give you a sense of balance. Then after that, we also talked about really getting clear with your goals. So now it's time to plot it out throughout the year, the month, or the week, depending on your preference. Okay. All right. So why do this? So what I used to do before I really developed a sort of system to get clear with my goals and get clear on when I wanted to get it done is I would try to figure things out day by day. And if you've ever seen any of my previous videos, you know that our decision-making power, our willpower, has very limited energy. And I was spending a lot of my time and energy trying to figure out what I was going to do. And when I finally got clear with what I wanted to get done, I would end up packing on too much in a day, and I would end up just feeling overwhelmed and just frustrated with everything. So I learned this method from Sally Gordon, who's a behavioral arts therapist and a couples counselor. This helped me manage my time a lot better by just sprinkling my action steps for my goals throughout the year. So this is probably one of the best tools I've ever had in addition to my sort of goal setting system. And I'm going to show you guys today how to do it throughout a week, month, or a year. Like I said, it all depends on your preference. So before you do this, make sure you're clear on your vision, on what type of life you want to create. You're clear on what your personal goals are. And if you haven't watched any of those videos yet, stop this video. Here's the video on vision. Here's the video on personal goal setting. So watch those videos first and then come back to this one. All right, so first off is weekly planning. Okay, so of the goals that you want to achieve, pick the one that you want to complete first. Okay, look at all the action steps that you want to get done and lay them out throughout the week. So the most important ones should be first, okay? And limit it to 1 to 2 items if the action steps take about 2 hours. And if it's short, like 5 minutes or even 30 minutes, you can probably stack it on up to 3, max 5. And if you find yourself stressed and trying to get everything done, don't overwhelm yourself. Just focus on the one most important task that you want to get done. And then by the end of the week, review everything you've done. Okay, acknowledge the hard work you've done and then repeat for the next week. So generally what I used to do when I first started doing this is Sunday would be my planning day, my review and planning day. I'd take a look at everything I get done and then I'd plot it out what I wanted to do throughout the rest of the week and then of course repeat. Alright, so the next step is monthly. It's similar to weekly planning, but it's a little bit more spread out. You're going to notice that between weekly, monthly, and yearly planning, it's pretty much the same idea. It's just spread out through time. So again, what you're going to be doing is take a look at all the goals that you want to achieve, pick the 1 or 2 that you want to achieve that month, and then sprinkle all the action steps through the course of the month. And the same rules apply. The most important items first, and also be mindful of how long they're going to take. And then review at the end of the week and see if any of the action steps need to be redistributed to different times. And the next level, so to speak, is yearly planning, a full-on commitment to every single goal that you have. So take a look at all your goals and your action steps and pretty much lay them out through the course of a year. This level of planning also includes a version of the weekly planning, which is more like sprints towards the ultimate goal that you want. So let me explain to you guys. Take a look at all your goals and your action steps. According to whatever deadline you may have set, pick that one first, the most important one that you want to achieve, and you're going to be doing it for 1 week or 2 week sprints. So what that means, you're going to be focused on that one goal for the next 2 weeks. So that way you're not focused on trying to get everything done all at once. So for the next 2 weeks, you would just be focused on those particular action steps. Okay, if you get them all done, that gives you extra time to focus on whatever you want, or jump ahead, or just relax. And by the end of those 1 or 2 weeks, you can either renegotiate to extend it for a little longer, for another week or 2 weeks, or you can just move on to your next goal for the next 1 or 2 weeks. So the same rules apply, not just for the action steps, but also for your goals. Be mindful of what's the most important to you and how long it's going to take. So with yearly planning, don't use this as an excuse to work slowly towards your goals. I want you guys to have urgency. That's why I explained to you guys about having sprints in taking action steps. I want you to work with urgency, but at the same time, don't rush it. Don't force the issue if you need to take a break. And the same thing with weekly planning. Just because it's great for speed doesn't mean to stack on a whole bunch of items all at once to the point you're overwhelmed. That's why there's a limit. And that's it. Once you're done, all you have to do is follow through with the action steps and review at the end of the week. It's not the end of the world if you don't get all the action steps done. You can always readjust them accordingly, and what matters is that you're taking massive action and making progress. I love doing this technique because it takes away a lot of the stress of having to try to figure things out throughout the day, and it also gives me a lot more flexibility with my time. It may seem super structured, but you'll be surprised with the amount of flexibility that you're going to have. Not only that, it's also a great game plan on how you're going to get to whatever goal that you're trying to achieve. That deadline and having all those action steps sprinkled throughout the week or the month or year, however you're going to be doing it, just gives your goals more reality because you're doing something about it every day. So I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys more of a short-term planner or a long-term planner? Everyone's got different tastes, and I'd like to hear from you guys. Let me know by leaving a comment down below. Now, before I go, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who you think might benefit from it. And while you're at it, make sure you head on over to the blog, subscribe to the free newsletter so I can give you guys insight and more beyond Emeroy TV. And if you want to connect, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or over at the blog. And remember, we're all called to greatness, whether it's the lowest point of our lives or the highest point of our lives. From moment to moment, we all have that choice to live our highest potential. At the end of the day, it's really up to us to choose. Thanks for watching Emeroy TV, and I'll catch you guys next time. Imagine you're living in a small shack, okay, but you have a million things that you want to fit in there. You want to fit in your 75-inch TV, a king-size, queen-size bed, a really huge couch, whatever it may be, a pool. But the thing is, that's a huge amount of